This is the story of our family. Amongst the hills of southern Odisha, in a remote part of the country, our family has thrived and grown for over 7 decades. Beginning in 1954 with Dr. Elizabeth Matson, whom we fondly call Dr. Ma. This has been a journey of dedication and love for humanity.
Our primary focus is always the poor, the needy, the marginalized, the vulnerable. Those whom society does not prioritize on.
People from across the world, from different parts of India and Odisha, have chosen to come here to pitch their tents in the battlefield to be a part of something much bigger than our individual selves. Welcome to Christian Hospital, Bissamcuttack. We are the CHB family, past, present and future.
This hospital was started in 1954. A lady doctor from Denmark, Liz Madsen, decided to come out here. She had read about this region, a region where people were dying and there was no healthcare available. She sold her practice, came to India in 1953 and bought this land in 1954, starting a small clinic where she could respond to patients coming into her. The location is strategic in that this is the region that has one of the worst health status in the country. But the hospital was facing impending closure because there just wasn't the resources available. At this point, a surgeon from Chhattisgarh, Dr. Virendra Kumar Henry, and his wife, an American nurse, Nancy Henry, moved to take over this hospital. They took charge in 1976. They rebuilt, restructured this hospital to be self-sufficient, to be able to run on just what the patients can pay. We do not charge anything for registration. We don't want any patient to have to pay before seeing a doctor. Some may not have anything with them.
And being in this poor zone, to be able to provide tertiary care, surgical care, being in a secondary level hospital, there's a certain challenge involved in that.
Critical condition, the people usually come here, like rupture uterus, placenta previa, bleeding cases with severe anemia in the night.
There is a lot of need, more need than in any other place I have seen. Compared to what I see in my state where I have studied, the need of these people is very, very high. Even one extra specialist makes a lot of difference here.
Know that these patients will not get any treatment other than what we can do for them here. Like we do surgery here for 250 kilometers, there is no surgery in radius of 250 kilometers, there is no surgery unit.
We do over 6,000 surgeries a year, which divided by 365 comes to 17 a day. A little over 4,000 deliveries a year, many of whom are referred from government hospitals in the region, from the neighboring districts. This is the only hospital of this capacity. Of the population of this district, 55% are from the tribal community. The predominant community here is the Kui Kond community. The need in this region is huge.
So doctors, medical section, they look after the patients. Clinical areas, they look after. Nurses also, they administer the nurses, and the clinical area also, they are involved. In general section, we are there to facilitate them, how they can work better. So that area we look after. We facilitate to the staff as well as to the patients.
We provide medicines and drugs to different areas. We serve to over 200 inpatients and 250 OP patients each day. And without medicine, patients are helpless. Without drugs and supplies, we just cannot run the hospital.
In the nursing department, now we have 174 nurses. You know, nursing care is a 24 hours care.
The nurses are the ones who receive the patients in whatever condition they are, whether they walk in or come in on a stretcher. It's the nurses who take them in. They do all the initial assessment, most of the initial treatment, and then they call the doctors in. And their competence levels are very high.
The School of Nursing of the Christian Hospital Bissamcuttack was opened in 1978 with a 2-year A&M training program. In 96, we upgraded and added on a general nursing program. And this year, 2018, we have opened a College of Nursing with a BSc nursing program.
Focus is mainly that we take students only from Odisha with a greater focus and concentration on the KBK districts.
मन कस्तूरी कुशलिया मो ताडिंग पाइरो आसीछि मोडी जीएनएम थर्ड ईयर करूछि बहुत सारा लोक आसंती जे माने कि लैंग्वेज भी बुझी पारंती नै से मान को लैंग्वेज रे भी सिखै कि ना हमको माने बहुत जिंस हेल्प करा पय पड़े जेंति कि तांको को कोन हो जे तांके कहि पारंती नै से जिंस तांको पचर करी ट्रांसफर करी डॉक्टर को कहला को बहुत भल लागे से मान को हेल्प कला पर बहुत खुशी लागे जेंति कि आमे पेशेंट को हेल्प करू थ्रू द गॉड हमको सेंड करछन जे आमे अन्य मान को हेल्प करि पारबो सेंति आमे हेल्प करछो तेन करी बहुत भल लागे.
We subsidize their education. We defer payments so that no girl is ever turned away for lack of money. We give them the best education possible at the lowest cost possible, arguing that they will then go forward and serve their districts, their communities.
I can say I am very proud of my schools because I studied here. I belongs to KBK districts and most of patients from KBK areas only they are coming and they are getting treatment here. So in that case I can see like my own area people they are coming and they are getting treatment in the low cost. God has chosen me to work here to see even my peoples they are coming and they are getting treatment here. And when they are going happily getting discharged from here, that time I feel proud ki we should have more nurses from our more KBK districts and we should provide good care for them.
For us, nursing education has been the flagship of all our training programs. On the campus here in Bissamcuttack, we also have the New Life English Medium School. Started in 1986.
The school is having 583 students and I strongly believe that almost they are the first generation learners. They travel from different places like Chatikona, Muniguda, which is almost 14 kilometers away from this school.
Children who first came to us as little students studied, grew up, trained as health professionals and then come back and work with us in the hospital.
Teachers were like family. It's nice to work with people who I used to call uncle, bhaiya, didi when I grew up, and now they are a team with me and I work with the same people. So that is also fun.
This institution has been a blessing to my parents, to me, so also it will be to my generations to come. I hope it is so.
I feel very happy. It feels like I am a part of a bigger family.
The dream is health for all, a day when everybody can live with dignity. CHB's Mitra team engages with the people of 53 predominantly tribal villages. We have 2 health centers, nurses living in the villages, visiting each village twice a month. They build relationships with the people. They do health education to try and empower people to be able to look after their own health. The impact is visible. In 1995, the infant mortality rate in these villages was 201 per 1,000. In 2017, it had dropped to 29. And what is most satisfying is to see children from these villages, now all grown up, studying, training in our hospital and coming back to serve their communities and their people. One of the initiatives that we began in 1998 is the Mitra Residential School Kachibaju, an Adivasi school, operated and managed in partnership with the people of 16 villages. It is rooted in the Adivasi culture, teaching in the Kuvi language, where children can grow up to be proud of their heritage and yet able to take on the world. All this put together is what we call CHB today.
For this area, we need people have some commitment for dedication, then they can survive here.
More than just treating a patient, you'll become a part of their life. People come from way beyond places just to get just to get a paracetamol. That is a trust and faith they have in hospitals like this. So that itself speaks how much importance patients especially are getting here.
The work and the blessings which we get from this is like enormous. The patients who come to us are so simple. You are there to help them. They come to you with a need, and if we can satisfy even maybe 0.05% of what they come with their expectations, maybe I am doing something good for them.
When I worked, I really satisfied with my work. So I continue to work here, to giving my service to poor, and I got satisfied with that one.
They're very innocent patients, and the satisfaction that you get when they become well and go back, that's what motivates me to stay back here.
Our staff very good. They know the responsibility of each and every staff. Many times beyond the office hours, beyond the scheduled hours also they work.
When you get a job satisfaction, you don't need anything more than that.
This is all the more important rather than working in a tertiary setup, in a corporate setup and earning more. So that has motivated me all the time.
Christian Hospital, Bissamcuttack, my hospital. It's a very proud thing for me to be born in this place and come and serve back in the hometown. So I feel myself proud and privileged to work in this institution.
Also, we staff as a family. We stay here together, and that part I like very much.
Each morning, as a CHB family, we start our day with a prayer, a common hope for tomorrow. The challenges and needs are far bigger than us, but we know that we are part of a larger picture.
Because my work here is blessed, I get a lot of blessings, and I know that if I leave this place and go out anywhere, my blessings will be gone. So it is very selfish thing that I'm doing.
For 7 decades, the CHB family has dedicated its services to the people of Odisha. We look forward to serving countless more and care for one and all.
In sorrows, in happiness, in all situations, we the staff are all together all the time.